Hello my lovelies, Sophia here, Psychic Tarot reader and personal mentor, and welcome to my channel, Sophia Psychic Tarot. So today I keep promising that I'm going to do a video on how I manifested my house. So here goes, and this can be applied to whether you are looking for a dream job, a partner, if it's a partner, getting an ex back or whatever, check out my playlist, Get Them Back. But also, car, whether you want your own house, whatever it is you want in your life, okay? The basic principle is the same. So at the time, I was living in a house that was 3 bedrooms, but an old house. It was built in the 1800s. And I wanted a modern house, okay? But there was no way that it seemed possible that we could have this house. So what I did was I had come across the law of attraction, so I thought, right, let's put it to the test. I'd been manifesting small things, so I thought, no, I want a house. And so what I did was wrote down all the things I need the house to have, and then what I would like it to have. So the basic needs were 2 or 3 bedrooms. I wanted a large kitchen diner, whereas my kitchen where I was really small, and then it was a lounge diner, and I wanted a kitchen diner. It had to have a garage, it had to have parking space, and then sort of the other things that I put, well, along with gas central heating, double glazed windows, okay, but other things that I liked it to have were views. A big walk-in cupboard under the stairs, because where I was, every time I opened the cupboard under the stairs, the ironing board or something fell on my head. Feature fireplace, sunken doormat, because I was sick to death of coming home every day and straightening the doormat. I wanted one of those ones that was sort of embedded into the ground, as I call it. An ensuite, which I'd never had before, but really wanted one. A modern kitchen and bathroom, modern house, and certain things for the garden, etc, etc. So then what I did, so I'd written my list, so I'd set my intention, if you like, in manifesting. I'd written out clearly what it was that I wanted and what I preferred to have as well. So what it had to have and what I preferred it to have. I then went on the internet and looked at kitchen diners and certain features about the house I wanted, and certain bits of furniture that would look nice in the house, and took screenshots and put them in a photo album on my iPad. So whenever I looked at it, I would pretend I was showing a friend my home, okay? So I'd say, and this is our kitchen diner, and this is the garden, and this is the ensuite, and things like that. So it was like I was showing somebody a photo album of how my house was. So when I would go to bed at night and before I fell asleep, I would imagine showing my friend around my lovely house as if it was the first time that they'd been to visit. So I would show them around room by room, and they would be like, oh my God, it's amazing. And I'd be like, I know, isn't it wonderful? And I really felt like I was showing them around this house. I could feel it. I could picture it. Okay, I was walking around with them. But then during the day, you're not in this house. You're going back to the house that you're in. So I was grateful for having that house because it was a roof over my head. But I would say things if I felt negative or had negative thoughts, I would turn them into a positive thought. And I'd be like, I'm so happy living in my amazing house. I love the house I live in. I love the ensuite shower room. I love the views. I love looking out the window and seeing the wonderful views, and so on, okay? Even when I was stood in my small cramped kitchen, I would close my eyes and imagine myself looking out of this large kitchen window in my large kitchen diner, seeing a lovely view across the countryside. And I imagined this all from my own point of view, okay? First point of view. I wasn't looking at me looking out of the window or walking around my house. I was seeing it through my own eyes, as if I was there showing somebody around, or, looking out of the window and seeing what was in front of me. So whenever I was out and about and I would see something that I had imagined being in my house or reminded me of it, I would say, hey, I've got that in my house. I acted as if I already had it. Okay, so this was about June of 2018. So through June, July, August, September, okay, and October, I was doing these things mainly every day. Not so much the imagining at night, because that already felt like I'd already got it. It felt real to me. So I knew that I'd done my work there. It was just sort of in the day when reality bumped me, and I'd be stood in my small kitchen cooking dinner or washing up, and I'd be like, oh, just close my eyes and picture myself being in my lovely big kitchen diner or whatever. Okay, so during this time we viewed some houses that just weren't anything like what I'd imagined or wanted. And also we had difficulty finding somewhere that had a garage or would allow pets, because we had 2 dogs. So, but I never gave up on my desired outcome. I didn't take them for the sake of taking them because I was desperate to get out of where I was living. I was like, no, this isn't ticking the boxes. It's not even ticking some of the basic things that I wanted without all the extras. My house is out there somewhere. I'm sticking to this and I'm believing in this. So then in October 2018, we went and viewed a house that was awful. And when we'd finished viewing the house, the estate agent asked what we thought about it, and boy did we tell her. We were like, it certainly wasn't worth the rent that they were asking. So she just casually said, well, what is it you're looking for then? This has got the 3 bedrooms. And I said, well, I'd ideally like a large kitchen diner, 2 to 3 bedrooms, a garage, and it allows pets. And this house that we were looking at did have a garage, and it did allow pets, but it was just awful. So she had heard us sort of say, when we were going around, my husband and I said to each other, well, we're not going to fit the dining room table in and chairs. There's just nowhere to put it. So she had heard us say that. So she said, well, we do have a house on our books that has a dining room. And it's got a garage and they allow pets, but it's £75 over your budget. I think the owners might drop it by sort of £25. So I said to her, well, if it's up to scratch and it's only £50 difference, then can we go and look at it? So she said, yeah, the property is empty. You don't need to arrange another viewing time. It's in the area that we're in. I'll nip back to the office, get the keys, and then I'll show you around. So anyway, she showed us around. It was beautiful. It was in a beautiful area. It was a detached property, which I hadn't put down. I thought, there's no way we'd ever have a detached property. It was modern. It had a garage. It had a large kitchen diner, modern cupboards, a large window that I'd pictured myself looking out of. Spacious entrance hall, a conservatory. Hadn't even put a conservatory, but that was a bonus. Spectacular views across the countryside. It's like one of the only houses on the estate that's got this certain view. Feature fireplace, large walk-in cupboard under the stairs. It's big enough I can put my washing machine under there. It's just amazing. 3 bedrooms and an ensuite and a family bathroom. Oh my God. It was just decorated how I imagined, and 95% of the things were exactly what I wanted. I wasn't going to quibble about the other 5% that, okay, the outside of the house didn't quite look how I'd been picturing, but the similarities were gobsmacking, okay? It was just incredible. Now, the point is that we would never have even come across this house because it wasn't on our radar for our budget. It was £75 over the budget. I'd set my budget at £850, so we were only looking at houses in that price range. This was on originally for £950, but they had dropped it to £925, and we ended up getting it for £900. So for £50, we were saving on fuel because my husband was spending £60 a week on fuel, and now his workplace is literally 4 minutes up the road, and I mean 4 minutes up the road. So he's spending probably £30 every 2 weeks. So we managed to claw that sort of £50 back. So we said yes, we'll take it, and within 2 weeks we had moved in. So the point is that I didn't waver from my desired outcome. Okay, I did not think about the how or when it would happen. I just kept living. In the end, my wish fulfilled, and the universe brought it to me in a way that I could never have imagined. Okay, I was not looking in that price range. It is a house that's detached. It just wasn't on our radar. You know, it was only because we had gone to see this particular house that the estate agent could see how sort of dismayed we were, and was like, well, you know, what are you wanting then? So never give up. Okay, don't settle for second best, because we were so desperate to get out that we could have gone for something that we didn't really want just for the sake of, oh well, let's move, you know, and get out of where we are. So I mean, I was so speechless afterwards that my husband just said, don't you like it? And I was like, I just can't believe how many things are on the list, the original list that I did, like the ensuite shower room, the view, 3 bedrooms, the garage, big kitchen diner, big kitchen window, feature fireplace, sunken doormat, even the, you know, one of the pictures I'd taken of the stairs had the same colour carpet and was exactly the same banister and everything. It was just absolutely amazing. So you can do this for anything you desire in your life, okay? And also, you know, if you do want to achieve something and you've been trying to achieve it and you need extra coaching, you know, personal mentoring, then check the description box below, because I can help you to do all the little things that you need to be doing to stay true to your wish fulfilled. Okay, live the life you prefer to be living, whatever your dream is. So that's my little tale. I hope you enjoyed it. Love and light.